August 8th, 2023. Market's on a little bit of a rebound. Alts are kind of trying to show they want to move a little bit. Is it time to start thinking about buying? Should we DCA? A lot of questions. Let's get them. 786 Assassins. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you all. Another weekly update time here. Like to do these on Tuesdays or Wednesdays throughout the week since we don't do 2 live streams anymore. Thought it was important to talk about the market that's kind of rebounded a little bit, hasn't it? Or has it? Before we get all the way into that, please, if you have not done so, go hit the like button. It's free. Costs $0 here to hit like button. The more likes we get, the more YouTube helps us out, the more people we can help. While you're there, hit the notification bell and subscribe. Don't miss out. We're getting close to 10,000 here, folks. Last thing, if you haven't done so, check out the link below for our Discord. It's still half off, but it won't be half off. After the end of this month, the price will go up. Sorry, folks, we did a rebate for a really, really long time. Give everyone a chance to get in for half off. It'll be a little more than half off, maybe 40% off or so. We'll see. But nonetheless, join like-minded individuals who all want to have the same goal, make as much money as possible, buy the bottom, sell the top, take their profits, and make money. Do you want to make pretend money or do you want to make real money? It's the difference. Pretend money is how you hodl and get rich and you don't actually ever make a dollar. Learn how to take profits. That's what we do. Link below. First and foremost, let's talk about Bitcoin here. Still on this run up. Now, I know trend lines can be somewhat subjective sometimes, and I want to be realistic and realize that sometimes maybe we don't have the perfect test on lines. However, this is pretty darn good, going all the way back to January 1st. As you see, it deviated just a little bit right here, but now getting another test on the top of this trend line. But I want to leave you with the warning here. This is all not just straight up go, go, go time. I want you to be careful here, and here's the reason why. If you look carefully here, this is simply back testing the bottom of resistance so far. We haven't broken this last little push right here. We're still underneath it. As you see with this wick, it still hasn't closed above that. That was a really, really nice hammer candle followed by a really, really ugly, nasty bearish reversal. All right, now since then, it's kind of held on to this support level and wants to show itself going back up here. We did get a good test on the trend line here. I like that. So we have some positives, but the negative there is we just haven't broken through resistance yet to get that next push. If we get the next push, where are we going? Before I show you that, here's the Fibonacci retracement of this downward fall, breakout, and now move to the right here where it hasn't really done too much yet. As you see, it did fall under Sniper's Alley and is just kind of testing the bottom of Sniper's Alley here without breaking out. So we had a bit of an uptrend here. Maybe we see some downtrend, and we did. How much downtrend did we see? Well, it looks like about a 382 worth. In fact, it's still hanging on to this range between 382 and 236 back in the other direction. This hasn't broken yet. All right. So long as this range holds, there's a possibility that we break this trend line and we fail south. All right. Let's just keep it realistic for what it is. All right. There's a possibility that still happens. On the other side of that, if we look at this as a held move, and typically when we get a 382 move like you just saw, that's the only one you get. You don't normally get 2 of those. So the next move tends to be the last one for a bit. So if we take our high here and we pull down to our low, well, this leaves us in a predicament here. It looks like we've broken into this 236 range, haven't quite broken out yet and got going, but there's a possibility we run all the way up here to that 34,000 level that we thought might happen all the way back in March. All right. Once we started getting a little bit of an uptrend and we saw things start to move, we said, hey, it's possible we get between 32 and 34,000 here. Now we got to 31.8, so I missed by 2%. Yeah. Would you believe someone actually tried to call me out and say, well, look at this prediction you gave. It was wrong. You said 32 to 34 and it only got to 31.8. Really? The best part of those predictions are the predictions from them, which will be XRP is the next world reserve currency. Bitcoin will be 1 million. Ethereum's going to 100,000. You missed by 7,000%. At some point here, we've got to call a spade and turn the noise off. That's exactly why I stick to the charts. Less noise, more answers, more realism, more money. Now, to show you a little bit of moving averages and add some more TA on top to what I've already told you here, you did break the 821 EMA here. You don't have a cross yet, and this would be the first close over the 8 EMA. You need 2 to really be a confirmed kind of thing. On the backside of that, the 50 moving average is up here, kind of playing catcher and stopping anything from getting past. All right, so there's a little bit more barriers to break. It just so happens to be that it's right about where resistance is, where the 50 moving average is. So it won't exactly fall easy. All right, prepare for that. Now here's Bitcoin CME. All right, this is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange Bitcoin chart. As you see, it's a little different here. All right, you've broken the 50, you've broken the 8, the 21. This will be your first close over the 8 EMA, which is the green line here. You need 2 to kind of be approved. Same situation where it's stuck under resistance though, and the Fibonacci retracement is pretty darn similar on CME here. And I'll show you what I mean now. I'll pull from the bottom and see how much we retraced or failed. You'll see that that's about the 382 level, just like the last one. You could argue that the subjective trend lines have been tested here. It's pretty darn close. Pretty close is good enough for me. Hand grenades, horseshoes, nuclear weapons, and Bitcoin charts. All right. So I'd like to see a little bit more improvement here. Break out of this zone over 30,000. That won't be easy. If it does, I'm here for it. If not, I'm happy to sell and run away. If it doesn't break this and it does fail the trend line, well, that could be it for the rest of the summer and going into the fall. But that's another argument for a different day. All right, total market cap. I really thought this would get to 1.25 trillion. It came up just below that. It never tested this 1.5 trillion level that I also thought would happen. Ugh, that kind of sucks. I was really hoping to see it get up there, make a higher high and a higher low one more time. Now it is still holding on to the proverbial trend here. Still got a trend up going. You can't deny that. But it needs to get up and get going here. The longer it sits here, the more precarious it is in my opinion. I just need to see some more improvement before I really get happy about it. Total market cap 2, which is everything but Bitcoin. As you see, kind of lazy. Yeah, didn't really do too much. Bitcoin driving the market here pretty well. Kind of lets you know that altcoins aren't quite, ready to go bull market style. And here's total 3, everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is actually a failed trend to the downside. Right? Not a lot of up here. Doesn't need any indicators to tell you that doesn't look so great. And that's every other altcoin. Every other altcoin. All right. So not something I want to see here as far as a chart look that shows me anything super positive. Now, is there some potential upside there? I think so. Let's scan around real quick and look at some different potential alts that have made a little bit of a move here. Now, I bought Algorand because it had grossly underperformed. This thing tested the previous low all the way back in COVID in March of 20. All right, not exactly catching that bottom wick, but pretty darn close. It came all the way back down here and tested this low. It has had a horrible 2023, where a lot of other assets had a really good 2023. 2022 was awful to it as well. No movement here at all, and it's played absolute dead. And I know this is a bit of catching a knife here, but I bought the support zone. That's why I bought it. All right, I want to see this improve a little bit. I think we may be at a local low. We may get more low after this. Now, that's not to say that we're at the floor, but it does kind of show that it wants to create a floor here. A potential chance for Algorand to do something after absolutely laying an egg so far. Now, FTM had a really, really good 2023. This run up here was really nice. It came all the way up to this 382 level, started failing and tracing off. Let me remove this real quick. Now that it's done that, it's done a double 786. All right, this move right here was a 786, and then the small move right here is a 786, and it's holding on to this range desperately, but hanging on. I like how many hits and wicks we have here on the bottom. I like the buy pressure that I see. Problem is there's equal amounts of sell pressure, so something needs to break first. I like FTM to move up here long term. I think there's a ton of gains in it. So when it does find the floor, whether that's now or later, I want you to be watching and be ready to take a chance on it when the time comes. Whether that's now or whether you think that'll happen later on in the year, that's up to you to decide. I simply put the information out there. By the way, just put out a list. This will not go to Twitter. It will not go to any other social media except our Discord. Now, in our Discord, I put up a big list. It's got 120 plus cryptos on it at the moment. Let me pull up the list now for you so you can see it. And I've got it pinned right here in our Discord. All you need to do is join our Discord. Go right over here to the left where it says verify here. Click the green check mark to prove you're not a bot, because we have a lot of bots and scammers try to join. They kick you out rather quickly. Right here, you click the spreadsheet button. It's a Google Doc. You can download it. And here you go. A massive list of cryptos with retracement levels and a chart to go with them. Just in case you don't want to do the chart work yourself, I've included a chart of how far I think things can go for each asset. This will only be in our Discord. It will be updated and uploaded every month. I'm going to try to keep it crisp and updated for everyone, the entire bull run, all right? Just to let people know what's up and what's going on while it's happening. Anybody can come over and get this spreadsheet. All you need to do is join our Discord. The link is down below. Last one we'll look at here is XRP. Of course, we had to look at XRP. The #1 shield crypto of all time. Yet again, disappointing everybody to the fullest. So I get a lot of talk on my timeline, whether that be Twitter or wherever I go. I guess it's X now, Crypto X, whatever you want to call it. So get a lot of chatter on there about how XRP is manipulated and the true price is blah, blah, blah. And this thing's going to be $100 and all this other yip yap bull crap. When you could just go to the chart and do a couple simple little things and see what's happening play by play. All right, this is the weekly chart. As you can see, retracement levels have been very disciplined here. It came up and hit the golden pocket, immediately closed under the 50 fib, not the golden pocket, so it immediately failed. Pulled back to the 382 fib where it has a tiny little candle forming right here on the weekly, which is good, not bad, that's good. So there's a chance this thing runs back to 75 cents. If it can break 75 cents, there's a chance it runs back toward $1 to give it another try. That does not mean it's a guarantee and will happen. As a matter of fact, I think that's probably a 40% chance of that happening, but a chance nonetheless. As you can see, I bought some here, so I want that to happen. Please don't understand, or please don't misunderstand here, folks. I'm on your team. I want this thing to go as high as possible. At the same time, I'm not an idiot, and I realize, hey, it's not how it works. Let's just go to $100. Let's just go to $500. It doesn't just go to $589. Use your brain. All right. So if it can't get those levels broken and it drops back below this 60 cents level, which I told you it would go to if it didn't hang on to 75 cents, and it's exactly what happened. Honestly, as long as this thing stays over 75 cents until Sunday, which is 3 days, then that's a pretty good sign we're going to stay up there for the short-term future. And there's a pretty good chance we make a run back toward $1. It has to hold above that 75 cents level. Again, now, there could be other factors that change that, such as if we get something like, you know, upper coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum make a big move down. Well, I'm sorry, but that's likely to drag everything with it a little bit. That's just the way it works. I think you're all aware of that. Whenever we have a big move up, doesn't matter what the coin is, something like Bitcoin or Ethereum starts going down, it kind of drags the boats out to sea, right? Which isn't what you want to see. So barring that, if we can close over that 75 cents level on Sunday, next week is a big federal government news week. They got a lot going on. All right, there's a FOMC meeting. They're thinking that rates will get hiked. I'm kind of on the fence about that, thinking that rates will stay flat. And honestly, if they stay flat, we should see a continuation of what we have now. If they do a rate raise, you're likely to see things come back down and start balancing out more, all right? We need rates flat or rates getting cut. If either of those happen next week, flat rates or cut rates, I think we'll see the market trend up. If that stops, well, in my opinion, you're likely to see more down. And that goes for XRP or Bitcoin or anything. And that'll be going into next week, of course. That's, if I'm not mistaken, that's Thursday next week. So we'll be live streaming the same day after that. If it's Wednesday, that's fine too. It'll be a day after that. No big deal. Either way, that's my look for XRP. Hold 75 cents, open chance to get $1. Fail 75 cents, you're likely coming back to 60. What happens after we hit $1? We'll reassess from there. There's a possibility that we go to 130. I don't know about that. If we hit $1, it's more likely to come back to 75 cents, in my opinion, but we'll see. One step at a time, all right? Let's get to that dollar mark first. That was on Twitter. I got a lot of crap talk to me about that one for that one. So if it doesn't get back above this and it fails this 60 cents level, she's going to come back over here and give this green uptrend line a bump. If it fails that green uptrend line, she's coming back to retest this big bear market downtrend line that it just recently broke. 80% of the time, when trend lines break, they retest. All right. So there's a solid possibility this thing comes back and gives it a test at some point in the near future. Now, again, Discord link down below. Come check out the big spreadsheet. It's for everyone. I did this because I want everyone to win. I want everyone to get as much gains as possible. I identified some 100Xs, some potential 200Xs, a lot of 20 to 50Xs, which is pretty typical for what crypto gives you. There are some that are less than that, that are less than 10X, kind of like Bitcoin. I don't think it'll have more than a 10X. I think that's actually too much, honestly. I think it'll probably have around an 8X. So I've grouped them based upon how much gains I think they have, not their name, not their sector, not where they're traded, none of that crap. It's purely off the amount of money you can make. Anyway, thank you for watching. I have this uploaded soon. See you guys on Thursday for our live stream, 11 p.m. Don't miss it. We go through crypto assets one by one at your request. If you got an altcoin that you want me to add to that list, jump over in our Discord in the general chat, type it up and tell me what you want added. I'll chart it and put it on the list as well. Thank you for watching. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. That's biggie. The sky's the limit. Y'all be good. See you on the next video. Peace.